Hello, I'm Matt, welcome to Badger Workshop. When I'm in the kitchen I always wear an apron, but I've never worn one in the workshop, so I thought I'd have a go at making one. So let's get started.
After searching online for some material, I decided upon some heavyweight canvas. I already had a favourite apron, like you do, so I just drew out the same dimensions as the one I already liked. Saved a lot of trial and error trying to come up with a design. I wanted to hem the edges so they didn't fray, so I added the width of my ruler all the way around the design. With the shape all marked out, it was time to cut it out just with some scissors. Making things out of fabric is something I'm not very experienced with, so my process changed a bit throughout this. Initially I thought I'd fold the hem over twice and then pin it in place, but it was far too thick to get a pin through, so I went to plan B and used the steam iron, which actually worked amazingly well. With stitching it together, my plan changed again. I'd borrowed a sewing machine and been given a little tutorial on it. As I couldn't even push a pin through, I thought I'd better not break all their needles. So sewing it all together by hand it was. This did take quite a long time. One of the reasons I wanted an apron for the workshop is because I don't want to get my clothes filthy, as I'm a bit messy. So to protect the apron, I wanted to wax it like you would a wax jacket. So I measured out 1 part of beeswax to 10 parts paraffin wax and then gently melted it. When it was all melted, I could just brush it into the canvas, letting it all soak in. It's a bit of a messy job. I really could have used some protective clothing. See, I do need an apron. My workshop was pretty chilly, as you can probably tell by the woolly hat, so it didn't take long for the wax to dry. And when it had, all I had to do was melt it in using the heat gun. It's quite a satisfying process watching it getting soaked into the fabric. My other apron has strings that tie at the front. Around spinning bits of machinery I didn't want anything hanging loose, so I wanted to put leather straps on that would fasten at the rear. Onto one end of the strap I slid on a brass D-ring. I could then mark out some holes for some stitching and then stitch it in place. I thought about making the strap adjustable, but as it's only for me, I thought I'd just make it to my size. It means no one else can pinch it. To roughly get the size, I just held it around my waist and then marked it, and on the opposite end of the D-ring I could slide on a clip and stitch that in place. To attach the strap to the apron itself, I laid it where I wanted it to go and then marked out where I was going to put some holes for the rivets. I then just punch the holes on the marks. Setting these copper rivets is pretty easy. Just pop the washer on, bang it down with the setting tool, snip off most of the shaft, and then using the other part of the tool you can dome what's left. The apron needed one more strap to go around my neck, so I fitted this in pretty much the same way. What's a workshop apron without a pocket for a pencil? So I cut a patch to about the right size, then the lines for the stitching could be marked out and the holes for it punched out. Now just the last bit of tedious hand stitching. And that's it all done. By riveting on the waist strap instead of sewing it on, it's left little loops so I can attach things to it like a tape measure. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe for more videos.